Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you will be updated on all my future content. So this video is going to be a review of 3-digit by 1-digit multiplication. 627 times 9 is the first example problem. I'm going to go through step by step how to solve that problem. I'm Mr. Camilleri, and this is the Mr. Camilleri Show. So I am going to start out by multiplying the digits in the ones place. 7 times 9. 7 times 9 equals 63. Now, because our product is more than 10, we have to regroup. So the 3 in 63 goes in the ones place. The 6 gets carried over to the tens place. 2 times 9 equals 18. We have to add the 6 that we carried over to that. 18 plus 6 equals 24. Again, we regroup because our product is more than 10. So the 4 in 24 goes in the tens place. The 2 gets carried over to the hundreds place. Six times 9 equals 54 plus 2 equals 56. And we have our final answer. 627 times 9 equals 5,643. All right, moving on to the next example problem. Example number 2 underway. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm. All right, 745 times 8. That's going to be my next example problem. 5 times 8 equals 40. We regroup because our product is more than 10. So the 0 and 40 goes in the ones place. The 4 gets carried over to the tens place. 4 times 8 equals 32. Plus 4 equals 36. Again, we regroup because our product is more than 10. So the 6 in 36 goes in the tens place. The 3 gets carried over to the hundreds place. 7 times 8 equals 56. Plus 3 equals 59. And we have our final answer. 745 times 8 equals 5,960. All right. Example number 3 is now underway. Well, it's not underway, but we're getting ready. We're writing example number 3. All right. 234 times... Wow. Let me make my multiplication sign a little bit neater and erase the previous multiplication sign. All right. 234 times 7. So we start in the ones place. 4 times 7 equals 28. The 8 and 28 goes in the ones place. The 2 gets carried over to the tens place. 3 times 7 equals 21. Plus 2 equals 23. The 3 and 23 goes in the tens place. The 2 and 23 gets carried over to the hundreds place. 2 times 7 equals 14. Plus 2 equals 16. And we have our final answer. 234 times 7 equals 1,638. All right, moving on to example number 4. Before I do that, let me take a screenshot. Okay. Example number 4. 528 times 3. We start in the ones place. 8 times 3 equals 24. The 4 and 24 goes in the ones place. The 2 gets carried over to the tens place. 2 times 3 equals 6, plus 2 equals 8. Now we do not need to regroup because our product is less than 10, and we only regroup when our product is 10 or more. 5 times 3 equals 15. And we have our final answer. 528 times 3 equals 1,584. All right, next example. 811 times 9. Let me make this multiplication sign a little neater. As you can see, mastering your single-digit multiplication facts makes these type of problems a lot easier. Build that fluency. All right, starting in the ones place, 1 times 9 equals 9. Now going to the one in the tens place, 1 times 9 again equals 9. No regrouping needed because our product is less than 10. 8 times 9 equals 72. And we have our final answer. 811 times 9 equals 7,299. All right, next example. I'm actually going to end it with a problem that has decimals. 8 and 24 hundredths times 5. Now the decimal a lot of times throws people off, but my recommendation, multiply this as if it were a whole number. Pretend you're dealing with the ones, tens, and hundreds place, and then at the very end, move the decimal point over. So we're going to start in what I'm pretending is the ones place. We're going to multiply 4 times 5. 4 times 5 equals 20. 0, carry the 2. 2 times 5 equals 10, plus 2 is 12. 2, carry the 1. 8 times 5 equals 40, plus 1 equals 41. Now, if both of these numbers were whole numbers, this would be our final answer. 4,120 would be our final answer if all the numbers in this multiplication problem were whole numbers, but they're not. There's a decimal point in between the 8 and the 2, and we are going to the hundredths place here. So what that all that means is that I have to move the decimal point over 2 places. So with whole numbers, the decimal point is always behind all of the numbers. So if I have to move it over 2 places, if I move it over 1 place, that 4,120 becomes 412.0, or 412 and 0 hundredths. If I move the decimal point a second place, the answer becomes 41.2 or 41 and 20 hundredths. 41.20 or 41 and 20 hundredths. So our final answer here, 8 and 24 hundredths times 5 equals 41 and 20 hundredths. All right, I'm going to do one more problem, and then we're going to call it a video. Shout out to everybody tuning in and everybody in the chat. Please hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm, and it is very much appreciated. Alright, 948 times 0.5. So step 1, I'm just going to multiply this as if it were a whole number. Then at the very end, we'll move the decimal over. So 8 times 5 equals 40. 0. Carry the 4. 4 times 5 equals 20. Plus 4 equals 24. 4. Carry the 2. 9 times 5 equals 45. Plus 2 equals 47. Now, if we were just dealing with whole numbers, we would have our final answer. Our final answer would be 4,740 if all the numbers were whole numbers. But since we are multiplying this times a decimal, we have to move the decimal point over one place. So with whole numbers, the decimal point is always behind all the numbers. So if we move it over one place, the answer goes from 4,740 to 474 and 0 hundredths. So 948 times 0.5 is equal to 474. All right, that is my video for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video, and if there is an area of math or reading that you're having difficulty with, put that in the comments, and I will do a future video on that skill. Until next time, this is Mr. Camilleri, signing off.